I am. We were talking off earlier, so you know I'm in my bag right now. But boss, how are you doing?
I'm chilling.
And since you are a fan of this man, do you want to introduce the
Mr.
brother in the house?
Stone?
Yo! What's happening, y'all?
That's my dude right there, son. I gotta make sure my family's good at all times. The family gotta be good. So he said, what did you say on Facebook? You was something about he didn't have nothing to do, or he was something. And I was like, come to the station.
I got up.
And that was it.
I got up and I'm like, okay, what am I about to do that's not going to irritate me?
Yeah, he over here in his feelings. And I'm like, come to the station. Come talk to Sister.
Yeah, maybe it's the men today. The men are going through it today.
Oh, no.
I think.
It might be. Yeah. I mean, it happens.
Don't act like y'all didn't come in here with some kind of feeling.
See, Chantel was good. No, me and Nia was good. Y'all came in here in your feelings today, so it was the men
Spinnas
thing.
seemed to be in a good mood. So don't say it's the men.
Spinnas, how are you doing,
Spinnas? So 2 out of 3.
How are you doing today, Spinnas?
Same as always, man.
It's been a good.
See?
So tell me this, because you was at Nemesco last night.
Okay.
Right? How were the costumes? Because I seen a couple, and I was like, yo, put some clothes on. But that's just me. I'm going to fall back. But how was it last night?
It was kind of like conservative, man. I mean,
conservative?
There was nothing.
Do you want me to show you the pictures? Do you want me to show you the pictures?
I saw a lot of like Draculas and
half naked women. I'm talking about the women right now. Because the men, they just come in, they have on a black pants and a black shirt to put some lipstick on. Like, that's nothing. Like, but the women, though, like, I was sitting there like, but why? Why do you have to be half naked? Talking about I'm a pussycat. Or,
yeah, I did see some. Yeah.
Or a joker. Like, I'm confused.
Okay.
I'm confused. Exactly. But I heard it was jam-packed, though.
Yeah, it was packed.
I did hear that. So shout out to the Mesco.
Yeah, shout out.
Julia for real. All right, Mr. William, talk to us.
All right, so in the spirit of Halloween,
why?
Since we're talking about costumes and people who should not be dressed a certain way, did you see Heidi Klum's outfit that she wore for Halloween?
No.
Okay, so
I tried so hard not to see none.
I did too. Yep, I did too. It's trending, right? She dressed up as Jessica Rabbit for Halloween.
That's the
girl from Who Framed. You never seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
Oh,
the wife.
Yeah. The cartoon.
Yeah. Look at that picture.
I gotta see it.
Let me see. I see.
She looks just like Jessica Rabbit, but in human form. And it was the most disturbing thing. That was the scariest. That was Halloween scary.
See, but that looks like a mechanic doll, though.
Yeah, that's why it looks scary. But I mean, there's other pictures. If you saw the close up of her face,
Heidi Klum, though.
That's not Heidi.
That is Heidi Klum. Oh yeah, that is. Yeah, that is. Look, I don't know if you can scroll up or down to have other pictures. She has a backside glued. She had a backside glued to her. Of course, you can see the front.
From her kneecaps up, it's not Heidi Klum.
She's in costume. She all week on her Instagram, she was posting pictures of a backside being made out of like styrofoam, and then she had it glued all over to her, and that's the finished product.
Oh, very well.
And the only reason why we're talking about this box is because
she showed the picture.
Oh, she's got a video.
Yeah.
Oh, she had a little video of that too.
Yo, that's team too much.
Yes.
Team too much. You are not 10. Like, get out. Like, man, please get your life.
Oh, no, that's dedication.
That's a get your life. That's dedication.
That's dedication.
Yeah, I don't
want to put yourself out there.
Look, you see the backside? She's getting all of that glued on. She got it glued on. And it was scary.
I don't do that.
I can't
for no Halloween. No.
Thank you. I can't.
I can't do
that. I can't. I'm so...
I can't even.
Yeah, you can't even. So
I'm so disgusted.
So that's what when you were talking about what the women were wearing, that made me immediately go to how crazy.
I don't understand. Why do you have to go through? I would rather. It's hard enough being me. You know what I mean? Why do I have to dress up to be anybody else? It's for the I don't get it.
I don't dress up.
I can't. I don't even do candy. Like
I did it for the last time. I told my kids we're not doing this again.
I'm
Why?
not done it at all.
That's interesting. Why?
I just didn't feel like walking. My ankles trying to
look.
I was praying for spiritual breakthrough. I was like, yes, yes. She said, no, I'm tired.
My kids wouldn't even give me candy. I was like,
look.
So
you know Halloween is about the kids, not you, right?
We're not doing this again.
Look, I'm a buy yours, I'm a buy mine, it'll be good.
We're gonna go to like a party or something at church.
All right, so, boss, we've been recording this for a little while now, like about maybe 5 weeks or so.
Indeed.
And we've been putting them on YouTube, and I've been listening to them. And what I've noticed is that the best ones are the ones when we are talking about what's going on now. Mm-hmm. Not when we. I mean, listen. I voting is Tuesday.
Yes, it is.
And
8 to 8.
I am so tired of talking about politics, and
listen,
I am so tired.
Always tired of talking politics.
Yeah, but get out there and vote. I want to encourage my people. Please Tuesday, get out there and vote.
If you need to know where your locations are, go to cityofworcester.com.
Yep.
And they will give you your locations, but it's 8 to 8.
Yeah, and listen, let me put the number out there. It's 774-823-4394. If you have any questions, if you're eligible or not to vote, you can just hit that number up, text that number, and I'll look it up for you. I'm so serious about people of color, especially getting out there to vote, so we can put people in city council who represent at least a fraction of what you go through as a person of color in the city.
And stop complaining if you're not going to do nothing about it at the end.
Yes! Hallelujah!
And that's it. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, I don't want to hear nothing else. Like, I always say to people, did you vote? No. Okay, stop talking to me.
Let the church say amen.
Amen. Like, I can't no more.
All right, so there's a couple things I want to talk about. So I want to go with this one first.
Okay.
This past week, a 5-year-old got hit by a car. Mm-hmm. When the bus driver let the 5-year-old out and the parents weren't even there yet. Mm-hmm. In Worcester. It's one of them weird stories that you read about that's like in Florida, Arizona, crazy stuff happens in Florida, not in Worcester.
Yeah, Florida's weird.
Yeah, Florida is weird.
The bugs are big.
Yeah, and the bugs are crazy.
But animals are crazy, not just the bugs. Animals are crazy.
Are we, as a society, and I'm talking about New England, because this is not like this everywhere else, are we always in such a rush and so busy that we are letting 5-year-olds into traffic now?
Yes.
Yes.
It's happening.
At the end of the day, people are not about the people. No. It is about them and them only. Mm-hmm. Like people who have certain jobs, it is only, all right, I'm done. It's 2:35 and I was supposed to be done at 2:30. Get out. And that's all that it is now. No, they don't care. Back in the day, they would wait for the parents. They knew who the parents were, like you would talk. Yeah. You know what I mean? Now, none of that is happening. Yep. Now it's just, all right, my job is done. I am not tied to anything now. The responsibility is out the window.
That's crazy. And the kid, the 5-year-old broke his leg, and I know he's going to be rich, because I would be
I would sue everybody and then some. And listen, my back, my neck, like, listen, I'm hurt.
and we didn't talk about the girl in school in South Carolina. Home of some of the best things that happen to people of color in South Carolina. We didn't talk about how the girl got tossed over as a parent watching that, if that was your child. If that was my child and a 5-year-old child who got hit by a car, hands.
Listen. You see I'm moving, right?
I'm tapping the table.
Like,
I can't.
Okay, so talking about it, right? So I had wrote on somebody else's page, they had put, the guy got fired and all this stuff, right?
Yep.
So I wrote in their comments, now he needs to get his behind whooped. But I didn't say behind, so you know what I said.
Okay. All right.
So this person that I commented on inboxed me. Oh, well, if it was me, I would want him to be, put into the woods and 8 people beat him up. But I can't say certain things on Facebook.
Okay.
Now, this was a dig at me because I had said a little while back that I don't let everybody know what I'm thinking. Okay. I don't put everything on Facebook, right? Like some of the things that are going on, I will not comment on unless it's in person. So because I wrote that, they were trying to do a thing. And I'm like, no. I wrote it on your post. So at the end of the day, it ain't on mine. But my thing is, that guy needs to be beat with a stick by that girl and whoever she has as family. Like, he needs to understand the pain that he inflicted on her, as well as the other kids in that classroom.
He needs to be charged. That's all.
And because my thing is that if it was the mother or father who did that to that child, we would have been charged.
Right. If I would have walked in there, I put that on my Facebook page. If I would have walked in there and tossed my daughter, I would have been arrested.
Yeah.
And that is really
and it's sad.
discouraging.
It is.
So, Nia Williams, how do you feel? Someone who, and you explained difficulty with this before.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel being half black, half white,
Mm-hmm.
and someone saying, if that was a white girl in that chair, that would have never happened? Does that bother you at all when people of color attack?
I mean, how can it not? You know, it definitely does. It's being half black, half white. You know, I was raised by very, very white, beautiful Irish mother.
Okay.
And it was just, that's who I grew up with. I didn't grow up with my dad's side.
Okay.
So it was really, really a struggle my whole life. Like, bougie, you know, all these things. And I'm like, no, I'm just me. But when it comes to these kinds of things, I do feel pulled in different directions because I'm like, to me, some stuff is just common sense. Like,
right.
No. You know?
Yeah.
But it's tough.
Okay.
It's tough.
Darius, now your son was here last week.
Oh yeah.
What is the race of your son?
He's actually half and half as well. His mother's white and I'm black.
Okay. All right. So how do you feel about that?
About his race?
No. How do you feel? Okay. So my wife is white, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like sometimes I can't believe I'm admitting this, but
Say
sometimes I feel like if I would have known now fully what I knew then,
Oh, Lord.
it might have been some different things happening. So I'm trying to stay true. This is a difficult. Don't be laughing, boss.
I'm not laughing.
Boss, you laughing?
I'm very sober.
She said,
I'm very sober right now.
They don't see your face like
So
I know. They see y'all.
how difficult it is for you? Because it's difficult for me to be so pro-black, but being afraid that someone's going to call you out on your personal life. Oh yeah, you know those white people are so bad. You married one, or you're with one, or you had a kid with one.
Now it's not so hard because I mean, first off, I don't exactly get along with his mother like that. The only reason we get along is for his sake.
But it's not like y'all don't get along because she's white now.
It's not a racial thing. But if somebody come incorrect about it, the first thing I'm gonna do is defend her. Like,
right.
Of course, I don't get along with her, but that's my son's mother. You're going to check yourself real quick.
Right. Okay. All right. So
my question though.
Okay.
So, because you stated that you were very pro-black.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And you are with all the things that are going on.
Right.
And you get angry.
Right. Yep.
You're like,
yes.
you know, F the police. I can't stand white people.
For the record,
I know you wouldn't say any kind of word.
I didn't know. I didn't say anything about I am actually graduating from the police academy this coming Thursday.
Woo-hoo!
So I'm not.
Wow.
I gotta be careful. So.
All right. So with all the things that are going on that are happening to the
pops.
happening to the black people.
Okay.
Around the world.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And then you see the comments of some white people and all that stuff, right?
Right.
How do you distinguish and how do you not take it out on your significant others that are Caucasian?
That is...
How do you do that? Because I would be like, get out.
But where
you
would
gotta
I
go.
But where would I go? You know what I mean?
It's a good question.
It's
like, how do you... Because it's like, you could be in one moment wanting to defend black people, right?
Right.
And then you get called out on you being... Like, you see what y'all do, because you know that's what they say. You see what y'all do.
That's putting people
you...
in a box, like, too much. I'm like, it's not because, like, this specific... it's, you know, it, like, putting people in this group, like, I can't do that. I've never had that privilege. That's not a privilege. But I've never been able to put people in that kind of box because I'm mixed, so I can't do that. My brain just doesn't function that way. I'm like, if you do something stupid,
that's me.
You just do something stupid.
Yep.
Okay, so
my thing is, I don't look at your color like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I look at if you're dumb, then me and you do not need to be in the same room. Me and you do not need to speak because I don't want to hear the stupidity coming out of your mouth. I don't want to be around that because it's like negative energy for no reason.
I think people are just placing, like, grouping everybody. They're breaking it down so much. Like, transgender doesn't want to be called this or that, and then this or that doesn't want to be called this or that, and then this or that. It's, like, too much. Let's just all, like, hug it out. I'm like,
what do you say?
So, my wife has to put on tanning cream whenever we go out now.
Wait, what?
I'm just kidding.
I would slap you for your wife right now.
No, so here's the thing. You have to be able to separate your emotions and your feelings when you're dealing with things, especially from a racial standpoint. So, sometimes my wife won't know what I'm upset about because I just got on Facebook reading all these comments. And then she'll notice that something's wrong with me. And then she'll say something to the effect of, remember, you have people who love you, and they don't love you because you're black or because you're white. They love you because you're Will.
Yes.
So I try to separate that because sometimes when I see, like when we're talking about the girl in the classroom, 90% of the people who defended the officer or who said we should see more of the video before we pass judgment happen to be Caucasian. So if my wife would say that as well, she'd be in trouble.
See, what I would have said was 90% of the people that were defending the officer were just idiots. I wouldn't have even, because I don't have that, like, I can't separate the two. I can't. You know what I mean? So, because I am the two. So, I don't see that right away. Like, I don't.
Right.
I don't see that right away. It comes secondary. And that's like, okay, yeah, because they're white, because they're black, because they're this or that. You know what I mean? But my first thing is, okay, 90% of those people are just dumb. They're like a special kind of stupid. But
special kind of stupid too.
But and then the race comes secondary for me, at least.
All right, so let's talk about it then, boss. Since you're the Southern one here, Southern, I always get on the boss of being Southern.
Okay. Go ahead. George, go ahead.
My children, right? Like Nia is, my children are mixed. So, my son, he doesn't want to listen to Kendrick Lamar, or he doesn't want to listen to J. Cole, but he'll listen to, I don't know,
Dave Matthews Band.
Dave Matthews Band.
Love them all day, Dave Matthews.
Okay. That's what I'm about to say. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So, he doesn't recognize the struggle of being black. Neither does my daughter.
Okay.
My daughter, she'll go see One Direction and all that other stuff before anything else.
Okay.
If they were your children, how would you feel about that? Because there's literally a struggle going on right now. I want the truth now, too. I want the truth.
I'm listening.
Okay, go ahead. How would you feel about that? Would you feel disappointed slightly?
Okay. Would I be in that situation is the question. No.
Well, how would you not be in this situation?
I date black.
Okay.
And the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice at the end of the day for me.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
But if I was in that situation, Lord Jesus.
So, can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a very mixed family. I'm going to just put it out there.
Yeah.
My girls, their father's white.
Okay.
They look white. They look very, very white. My oldest, Rayanne, she is so beautiful. She's got like olive skin, blonde hair. I don't know how it happened. My youngest, Jocelyn, is like porcelain white. Like, don't open the fridge or you'll get a sunburn.
Okay, gotcha. I was waiting to see what that was. I got it.
That's my daughter.
Okay.
But, so I have to say, like, no, you're black. And they're like, no, I'm not. And I'm like, no, you're black. I went through this with my oldest. and I would get agitated, like irritated, like I have to drill this into her. And in her head, she was like, well, I'm this percent and this percent. So her brain was trying to figure out, like, well, no, because I'm white. You know, but you're not. You're black too. So, I mean, for kids, I mean, depending on the age, and, you know, I try to preserve my kids' innocence for as long as I can. The world is rough.
And how old are your kids, is my question.
My son is 12. My daughter is 15.
Yeah, that's a different ballgame.
Yeah.
I got an 8 and 3. So, for me, there were books about it that I could sit and read, and you know what I mean? And we started doing things a little bit differently. So... But
I mean, I think it's just an education piece. Like, there has to be education on both realms. In music, I could really care less. You know what I mean? Like, who you listen to, okay. Long as I don't hear nothing that's, like, crazy, like, really derogatory and things like that, I'm cool.
Right.
Like, you can listen, because my kids listen to some of everything.
Okay.
And I just look at them like, I don't know what that is, so I just make fun of them. You know what I mean? That's what I do. So, but... my piece is I educate them on who they are, what people look like them, and what you know what I mean, like what we've done. I just do the education piece.
Okay.
And then I'll let you choose at the end of the day.
I like that.
So why not white?
I just don't.
That's your preference, right?
Yeah, I like black is mine.
And that's and you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, but when someone makes a statement like that, they better have a good answer why. They better have a good answer.
I'm shaking my head. I'm like, I agree.
Because what you? No, I'm not gonna go. But I like.
You like?
I want to be people with. Like, I couldn't date somebody Spanish either. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna do Spanish. One. Because the culture barrier that we're going to have, and then the kids are going to, and it's like, I don't want to go.
So that leads me to, like, my youngest son, who's half Puerto Rican. Like, we've got, like, a whole, like, we got all different kinds of flags hanging up in my house. So, I got one. We love it. We love it. But my son is half Puerto Rican. And it's just this has been a little different because I'm not used to it. But, It's been, to me, I just embrace it. Like, everybody is who you are. Like, I grew up my whole life, like, well, do I hang out with the black kids? Nope, I'm too white. Do I hang out with the white kids? Nope, I'm too brown. No, like, I can't. I did that my whole life. It was only till I was, like, 30 that I was,
she
like,
said 30?
30. It was 30 that I finally stopped being, like, where do I belong? And I was just kind of like, you know what? I'm me. Like, what, you know, I'm whoever I am. Take it or leave it.
See, I'm going through the opposite of that. I'm not concerned about where do I belong. I'm at everybody's door like, why can't I be a part of that?
No, I just want to be a part of my own thing. You can
come into my
circle. On his right now too.
You can come into my circle.
Yeah. See, that's
me. My thing is, if you want to be amongst me, you need to come to where I am.
Yeah, just come on.
I don't always have to go where you are, because what you're doing, some of the things I think happen, there are a lot of people doing a lot of different things that are all the same thing. All the same exact thing. Yeah. But because you don't like this one, that one, this one, and that one, now we want to have 100 different.
That's what I'm saying.
It's breaking down so much. Rock with me.
Right.
I'm over here.
Well, okay. So, and the reason why I'm like that is because I'm accepting to anybody.
I'm accepting as well.
Right.
But you can't.
So, it bothers me that it bothers me that there's a group over there that really don't care at all about you rocking with them. When I'm like, hey, I'll rock with anybody. It don't matter to me. So I want to know why.
Because they're idiots. That's what I
see. And that's what it is. Because some people are special.
But the thing is, it's that simple to me. It's done. Like, I can't. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I can't. All right.
We're going to take a pause for the cause.
Yep.
And we're going to come back. We're going to let Spinna take us out. Okay.